Oh my God.
The security cameras at the doors are designed to give us peace of mind, but sometimes they capture things we'd rather never see. It all happened in the middle of the night, thanks to footage from user Native Queen 97's camera. The homeowner steps out onto the porch, maybe to check the trash or his car. Everything seems to be completely calm, or at least that's what he thinks, but something disturbing is about to happen right behind him. Pay close attention. While he's looking straight ahead on the sidewalk, a pale and almost transparent figure starts to glide through the darkness. It doesn't walk, it seems to float, blending in with the night, and as quickly as it appears, it vanishes into nothing. Is this just a simple lens glitch and the motion blur of a normal person crossing the street? Or is it something that doesn't belong to this world? A ghostly echo crossing our dimension unnoticed? No one knows what happened next. But tell me, if you saw this recorded at your own front door, would you go out at night again? Have you ever woken up to a strange noise when you're completely alone at home? That was this person's mistake. A macabre laugh echoed in his own house, and armed only with a flashlight, he decided to investigate in his dark room. Listen very carefully. Look closely at the closet. It's slightly open, and suddenly a pale hand appears through the crack. The man runs in terror, throws the door open, and there's nothing. Just total emptiness. But the nightmare has only just begun. He hears a door slam behind him and that blood-curdling scream from the hallway. When he peeks out, he catches a glimpse of a horrendous face lurking in the darkness, just before the video cuts off. No one knows what happened to him after that. Tell me, would you have gone out to look? Definitely, this is something that could happen to any of us. The user Floor usually uploads everyday vlogs, trip videos, and family moments. Nothing out of the ordinary. Her father has a hobby of playing the guitar, and a couple of months ago she decided to record him, as usual. But pay close attention here.
Pa, no te falles porque te voy a colgar en el Gitoca. En el peño de Rancagua lo vas a poner.
Orgulloso me siento
De ser guamanguino, orgulloso me siento de ser guamanguino. Tierra querida, mi tierra provisión.
While her father is playing, look at the window that's right behind him. Do you see it? A strange white mist begins to form, and the scariest part is that little by little, it takes on a human shape. It stays there, motionless, as if the entity were enjoying the music. The father doesn't notice anything at all. They only discovered it when they reviewed the video. Some skeptics will say it's a reflection or a camera glitch, but the anomaly lasts for more than a minute, and its shape is too well defined. A simple technical error or something from beyond that was drawn by the melody? No one knows for sure. And tell me, would you have kept playing?
Sí, sí. Ya. Pa, no te falles porque te voy a colgar en el TikTok. En el pecho de arrancado lo vas a poner.
Orgulloso me siento
De ser guamanguín. Orgulloso me siento de ser guamanguín. Tierra querida, mi tierra provisoria.
Abandoned hospitals hold the echo of suffering. But what happens when those echoes decide to answer you? May of 2022. A man named Jose Miguel Stark enters an old hospital in San Jose at 6:30 in the morning. The hallways look worn out. The silence is absolute, almost suffocating. But before we see anything, some muffled, inexplicable voices begin to echo in the emptiness. And suddenly, listen to this. The door slams shut by itself. There is absolutely no one there. And if you look very closely through the glass, a white figure seems to appear for a moment, an ominous silhouette. Skeptics will say it was a draft in the building and just a simple reflection in the glass. But the combination of those ghostly voices, followed by a violent door slam in a deserted hospital, is more than enough to make anyone's blood run cold. Sometimes it's the built-up tension that breaks you. Tell me, would you have kept recording? Or would you have run away without looking back? Sometimes terror doesn't warn you with a scream. It just happens. A man was recording his living room for no apparent reason. Everything seemed calm, but suddenly a dull noise comes from the kitchen. He hesitates for a moment, and when it happens again, he decides to investigate. He walks slowly. The camera shakes. He checks the kitchen and everything is in its place. He turns around relieved, thinking it's nothing. But look at this.
What is that? Shit, what is that? It came from the kitchen. You guys are seeing this, right?
I'm documenting everything! This is getting worse.
Damn, man, it's right next to me.
The object on the table moves by itself. Panic overwhelms him, and he runs out of his own home in terror. To this day, no one has been able to explain what invisible force moved that object. Do you think it was the wind or something much darker? If the previous case seemed unsettling to you, this one will definitely chill you to the bone. You'll never leave your closet door ajar again. About 3 months ago, a user named Boom was recording a quick video message to invite a friend to his house. A completely normal video, even boring until we look at the background.
Yeah, it was super f***ing. Yeah, I'll see if you can come over in a bit. You should bring your dog. Your dog's really, really big and cute.
At first glance, there's nothing strange, but listen to the voice and look closely at the closet door. In that small black gap, there, I'm sure you've seen it. A face peeks out from inside, pale, right at the level of the clothes. Moving slightly, its gaze is completely fixed on the person recording. Boom was completely alone at home. There was no sign of burglars. Nothing was missing. The clothes don't move with the wind. It's clearly an entity peeking out to observe. I couldn't sleep after watching this clip. It seems like it wants to tell him something. Knowing there's something in there, would you open that door? This case reminds us of a golden rule. Never enter an abandoned building. You never know who stayed behind. The cameraman explores the dark ruins of a building. He went in out of simple curiosity, not expecting to come face to face with horror itself. And he was gravely mistaken. Don't look away.
Throw my guy today. That's pretty cool, that is.
In just a matter of seconds, a figure appears in the doorway. It's faint, but undeniably human. Many claim that it's the specter of a little girl, standing in absolute silence, watching every move of the intruder from the darkness. A spirit rooted to the peeling walls of her cement tomb. It could be someone posing in the shadows to scare people. Maybe so. But coming face to face with a silhouette that watches you without saying a word in such a gloomy place completely changes the atmosphere. From that moment on, every shadow in the room becomes a deadly threat. Would you have gone through that door? There is an unwritten rule about the paranormal world. If you call out to the unknown, sooner or later, someone answers. This content creator became obsessed with contacting spirits using Ouija sessions and EVP boxes. At first, nothing happened, but the nighttime noises in his house started to get worse. One night, his TV lost the signal and shut off completely. He took out his phone and recorded this.
No. No way, what the hell? I mean, look, my hands are right here. No, I'm telling you, yes, no way.
He moves the camera slowly around the room, and there, in the darkest corner, look closely. A tall shadow, black as coal, completely still. It doesn't move. It just watches him. He freezes. Seconds later, the entity blends into the darkness as if it was never there. After that night, this guy never tried to make contact again. Something dark had already entered his house, and maybe it never left. What's the worst thing that could happen to you if you go explore a cursed place in the middle of the night? Pay close attention because this is disturbing. Presidio Park in San Diego. By day, a beautiful picnic spot. By night, one of the places with the most paranormal activity in the entire state. Stories of women who vanish in the fog, and chilling legends about a boy with deer legs. A month ago, a user named Yvonne and his girlfriend went to record a nighttime exploration. Everything was silent. Until...
Presidio in San Diego. Just come real quick. Just quickly, okay? Yeah. Look, this is where I kind of got scared. Like, my heart kind of started pounding. Yeah, like when I saw. Cause I don't. Oh, stop! You fuck. Pa. What the fuck? What was that? You fuck. Pa. What the fuck? What was that? What the was that? Wait, did you hear?
They walk in the darkness. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. And suddenly from among the black trees you hear this.
What the fuck? What was that? What the was that? Wait, did you hear that? What the fuck? What was that? What the was that? Wait, did you hear?
His girlfriend panics at that very moment. That voice isn't human. It sounds distorted, like a growl full of pure hatred. There was absolutely no one around them in the darkness of the park. Many claim it's the voice of a demon protecting its territory. Was it just a simple prank by someone hiding? Or is it a real warning from beyond for them to save their lives? Animals have a sixth sense for detecting things we can't see. Has your pet ever stared off into nothing? A woman was getting ready to go to work when she noticed that her dog was completely terrified, refusing to move and staring at an invisible spot. So she decided to record it.
She's acting strange today. I don't know what's wrong with her. What's wrong, Bailey? Huh? I don't see anything. Bailey. What? What is she looking at? Bailey. What was that? Did you just hear that? Bailey. She keeps looking over here. I don't know what's wrong with her, but something isn't right. God, what is that noise? Bailey, what is it? What the? Oh my God, did that chair just move? Oh my God.
The woman asked Bailey what's going on. There's nothing there, right? Well, listen to that thumping sound.
Bailey, what's wrong?
And now look at the chair. It moves by itself, dragging across the floor. The woman steps back in absolute shock. But Bailey keeps staring at the same spot, as if the entity were still sitting there. Some people say it could be vibrations from the floor, but the timing and the animal's reaction make it chilling. Was there something invisible in that room?
Oh my God.
Night shifts are always unsettling, but being a guard at a remote construction site in Chile is another level. This guard felt like he was being watched every single night. Tools that change places, distant noises, an icy chill out of nowhere. And because of all that, he decided to record to get evidence. And what he recorded was definitely disturbing.
In the back here, there's another hallway here too, and it's lit. Some of the others are dark. And that's when we took the opportunity to keep moving forward. That way is where we're going to go right now. So we're going to be very careful. Oh.
The man walks through the dark hallways and look there. A shadowy figure appears at the door. When he gets closer, it disappears. Suddenly, the temperature drops sharply. You can even see his breath in the cold. He tries to stay calm, but then this happens.
Who's there?
A guttural whisper, almost right next to his ear. Panic took over him, and he left his post immediately, running away from that place. Some will say it's fear playing tricks on his mind, but that audio is undeniable. This man was not alone. In this case, another pet warning us of danger. What this woman saw will undoubtedly keep you up at night. Angel saw his cat completely paralyzed, staring at the top of his bedroom door. He thought it was typical animal behavior, but when he followed its gaze, his heart stopped. Look closely at the small window above the door. There, a pale, blurry, almost human face is watching her in absolute silence. It doesn't move, it doesn't blink, it just stares at her. Angel, in complete shock and not knowing if what he saw was real, left the house. But she claims that in the darkness of the night, she felt that same presence was following her. She could hear soft whispers, calling her into the shadows. Whatever it was that was in her room, it didn't want her to leave. What would you do? Would you run away, or would you be paralyzed with fear? Here's a documented case that has divided the entire internet. Sam Aldrich lives with his family in a house built in the 1950s. From the outside, it's a perfect family home, but from the inside, it's an absolute hell. The previous owner died in the master bedroom, and 2 unidentified bodies were found buried in the backyard. No big deal. Since they moved in, their dog Loki has been completely terrified. Sam even took off his anti-bark collar on camera to prove that nothing physical was scaring him. Upstairs, there's a strange door more than 5 meters high with no stairs, and Sam starts recording.
In fact, I'm gonna take it off you right now, just so everyone knows there's nothing there. Come on, buddy. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. Down. Oh, I posted it. See, me and him both heard that. And look, now he's going to run off and leave me up here like an idiot.
See?
Straight to the point.
Look at Loki. His tail is between his legs, a clear sign that he's terrified. Listen to those strange noises and the faint voices that seem to repeat Sam's words. But that's not all.
I'm trying to see exactly how high that door is. If you're on the ground floor, yeah, you'd be talking about 10 plus 8. You'd be talking about at least 18 feet from your feet down. Why the f***?
In another video, Exploring at Night, a pair of bright, wide-set eyes stare directly from the darkness and just disappear. And then, in broad daylight, look at that toy horse rocking all by itself. The evidence is on the table. Is Sam documenting genuine paranormal activity caused by the macabre history of his house? Or is this one of the most elaborate hoaxes on the internet? The mystery still hasn't been solved. There are people who don't run from terror. They play with it. This paranormal enthusiast claims that a spirit lives in her room and even obeys her voice. She decided to record it to prove it to everyone.
Guys, my door. A ghost in my room closes my door. It'll be a lot visible to you. Close it now. You're almost there. Close my door. Close it. No, I don't want you to open it. Close it. Close that once and for all. Do it. Let's go. I don't have all day. Close it so I can go to sleep. Thanks, I guess.
She talks to thin air, calmly asking it to close the door, as if she were giving instructions to an invisible roommate. Seconds go by, the tension builds, nothing happens, and suddenly, the door starts to move on its own until it closes completely. She claims that the lights flicker and the spirit always responds. Skeptics talk about drafts or pressure, but she is completely convinced that it's a spirit. Some believe they are harmless spirits, but others warn that anything pretending to be friendly could be demonic. Now let me ask you directly, would you dare to speak to an entity in your own home? Thank you for watching the video up to this point. Only the brave make it this far. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more horror. Sweet nightmares.